Lunging is a fundamental step in a horse's education for several reasons. Equine trainers will tell you how important it is to develop the horse's athletic capacities. Many trainers will also teach you how important it is to help the horse to correct its balance and potential stiffness. All this is true, but incomplete. Before you could think about training, you may think about security and education. These should be the main reasons to lunge correctly your horse. First, teach it to respect your personal space and move around you without ever being a danger to you or any other human around you. Second, establish leadership based on respect and make sure your horse listens to your cues from the ground before you get on. First of all, unless you work with a colt, you should stand in front of your horse and point a direction by raising your hand, holding the leading rope. Do not pull on the rope, just point the direction and leave some time to your horse to understand and respond. At the beginning, your horse may not move. So, do not be afraid to use your flag as a second heel pressure. Wave it gently to your horse first. Then tap it on the flank or the hind end until you get a response. As soon as the horse moves forward, release pressure and let it walk nicely around you. Repeat the process until the horse does not stop unless you ask for it. Finally, when you ask for a stop, try to be consistent and particular. Turn toward the hip and put pressure. You should push the hind legs until they cross, the horse pivoting on its forelegs. Due to their monocular vision, you may remember that horses need to be taught the same exercise on both sides. So once you have been through the complete process on one side, repeat the same on the other side. That is important to have a balanced and safe horse. During the first session, once both sides have been practiced on the walk, you can start to speed up your horse to the trot. Repeat the process to make it move forward, then point the same direction until it starts to trot. If it does not understand, you should wave your flag again until the horse jogs or trot. Then release pressure and reward. Later on, you should repeat the whole exercise and add the third gait shared by all breeds. First, point the direction and leave some time to your horse to respond. Do not be too hasty. Then, make sure your horse is walking quietly, not jumping around or trotting without your asking. Once your horse trots peacefully around you, it is time to ask for the canter. Point the same direction and leave some time to the horse to think about these new cues. Then, put pressure by waving the flag until it lopes around you. The first time, canter will be rough and you may need to run a little bit. But step by step the horse will get used to it, get relaxed, and lope nicely. After a few days of practice, your horse and you will be a lot more synchronized. It will become a kind of a smooth dance. Raising a hand to a walk, then to a trot and canter, wiggling the rope to slow down to a trot, a walk, and finally to a stop. Some horses, either because you could not catch their attention or because of their dominating character, will tend to lose focus or simply disregard you. Remaining consistent is the best response to such behavior. Wave the flag firmly, put pressure suddenly to wake your horse up and regain its attention. Keep in mind that you should always leave some time to your horse to think about the cue. After a while, if you have no response from the horse, you should put pressure by raising the flag, waving it and tapping it on the horse's flank or hind end to obtain a reaction. Remember, release pressure and get back to a neutral position as soon as the horse starts to move. Repeat the process every time the horse stops. Point, wave, tap. Pretty soon, you will not have to tap anymore. A few moments later, waving the flag will not be necessary neither. Some horses will respond to pressure by crowding you as a defensive move. You have to be firm from the very beginning, as such a habit can become quite dangerous. As soon as your horse gets closer to you, raise a flag and tap its flank until it walks around you in a nice circle. You should keep your flag in hand during the first sessions to teach your horse to bend correctly around you when walking in a circle. Head should be tipped inside, rib cage bent outside, the whole body following the shape of the circle. To get that bending, you can simply raise your flag toward the horse's shoulder. Consistency is the key to a good lunging. A few minutes at the beginning of each and every session, clear cues, firm second heels and a good position all the time will shape your horse up and establish a respectful leadership within a few days only.